Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we had to pause the recording in the middle of the cave, sorry about that, but we are coming up to the last little bit of today's stream, where we're going to hopefully finish off this quest line and get started on another one.
Arena says, "Why, hello, baby. Nice stream."
Arena, you just broke one of her rules.
Oh yeah, don't hit on me. That's one of my rules. God, it's sad. Like, honestly, yeah. I see a lot of guys who follow, like, really young women. All pretty, like, unlike all social media. It's like, and they'll be like complete strangers, but they'll like stalk their streams and
I don't follow too many ladies actually. Like, not that I'm aware
like comment to them and like, yeah, but you follow a certain someone, which I don't understand.
That's fine. But
that's fine. No, it's not.
Thank you for the reprieve, warrior. If only my true freedom were so easy to attain. After my small force of grunts were killed, I was dragged down here and ritually murdered. The snowbold who did this is known as Kaganishu. Though you have vanquished his shaman helpers, my spirit is still tethered to this place. After he slew me, he created a fetish from my body, which anchors me here. Kaganishu is using it to learn all that I know of shamanism. You must retrieve the fetish from him and use it upon my spirit. Kaganishu is nearby in the caves. Only then will I truly be free. Yeah, right, but like the only girl I met from Twitter/Twitch is probably Buffy.
I met her.
Yeah.
Excuse you.
Right, and then I met her through you.
Yeah.
So.
And then she like disappeared.
Yeah, she messaged me a few weeks ago.
Interesting.
She asked how I was doing.
But yeah. I figure you follow that one girl because of like who she is.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So I thought you didn't know.
Hey guys, join Toonlonk and P and Man on the Grassy Knoll for a boss. There's a weakling. Alright, we got the fetish. Let's take it back to that guy's corpse. Good job.
Well,
your levels of stealth are impressive.
I had to get rid of those shoes that had stealth on them. I got an upgrade. Yeah.
We're fucked now. P's like, I follow a lot of people for reasons. And
yeah, I mean, like, if you follow, like, people of all genders, but, like, when I look at somebody's following list, and it's literally just all girls, and, like, on Twitter, and it's, like, pictures of their face. What? I don't have the thing.
Weird, let me know if you get credit for this.
Oh, target. I thought I was just supposed to turn into him.
Hurry, warrior, use the fetish upon me before it is too late. I am freed. Thank you. And now I have one final request of you. Miro, now that my spirit has been freed, would you do me the honor of returning my remains to Spirit Talker Snarlfang? They lay upon the ground beneath me. I sense that the Spirit Talker is still in Bogrock Outpost, to the west where I last saw her. Man, they picked the skin clean. It's just bones now. It's kind of twisted in a way. Alright, we're gonna kill Magmoth Foragers and Magmoth Crushers. Noel, your sacrifice. Oh, Noel died to the 9th Dragon of the 73rd Brigade.
What?
One of my bosses.
Oh, Noel. I thought you were talking about Noels in this game.
What? No, why would I do that? Mate of Magmothragar. Offspring. You make the best cannon fodder. Jeez. Noel says lonely dudes are a special breed.
Lonely dudes scare the shit out of me.
Like teenagers.
Teenagers also scare the shit out of me. I know some guy who's dating a girl 12 years younger than him. If I was dating someone 12 years younger than me, they'd be 18. I'm 30. That is gross.
My mom's dating a guy 12 years older than her.
Well, she's fucking old. But,
That's
like,
true.
when you're young, it's like, people don't, like, have their brains fully develop until around age 25. Arena says I'm 16. Like,
Arena's the hardest working 16-year-old I've ever spoken to.
you can be like, oh yeah, this person's super mature for their age. No, they're not. They may be impressive in some ways, but no. They're not mature for their age. Most of us are immature for our age. Ask any adult. But what do I know?
What do you know? You're just a cat.
I'm just a woman.
He says they'd be 11 for me, I'd be in prison.
Yeah, see, that's fucking nasty.
Yeah, they'd be 16 for me as well.
No, they'd be 18. You're also 30.
No. Don't lie to my viewers.
You're exactly 2 months younger than me.
It's true. Man on the Grassy Knoll says, I'm immature as fuck.
Yeah, most adults are like, I don't feel like I'm an adult, but I have to do adult stuff, and I just hope it works out.
Okay, so we need to find 3 more foragers. There's
You
shaman.
still have to respect people's psychological development and be like, you realize when someone's that young, is your relationship really gonna go anywhere?
Maybe.
Hint, probably, definitely not.
Noel says, Wintry don't know what she's saying, she's just a whammon.
Yeah, but have fun with that, like, young piece of ass. Really all it boils down to. I'm not bitter, you're bitter. Up here? Farseer Grimwalker's remains? Wait, no, what is going on?
Wait, you didn't pick them up?
No.
Alright, we gotta go back down into the cave.
I didn't see remains.
He literally said they're on the ground right below my corpse.
Oh. Well, we can just drop down. It's water. Oh. Well, that's fine too. Oren said, I had a guy 24 years older than me swipe me on Tinder. His name was Nasty. Yeah, that's the other thing, like...
His name was literally Nasty, or...
No.
Or was, like, his username something nasty?
Obviously the latter.
I don't think that's obvious, because I'm asking the question. Like, maybe he literally called himself Nasty. That'd be weird,
No.
but...
No.
P says, my dad is 10 years older than my mom, and they started dating when she was 17. That's weird to me.
Yeah, that's I don't know if the statutory rape laws are 18. I know in some places there's 16.
Also
I don't
depends
really
on
know because I don't care because it will never be a problem for me.
Also depends on when it happened. Statutory rape laws may not have ever been a thing back then. I don't know how old his parents are.
True.
I mean, Canada didn't get its Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms until 1982, so...
Well, that's Canada.
The age of consent in Canada was 14 until, like, 1990-something. Maybe even
Oh,
later.
the skeleton. Goddamn. Sorry. It was not obvious I had to loot this at all. It's not even glowing.
P P, or Man Rascal says, my great-grandfather married my great-grandmother when he was 26 and she was 15, and P says that was back in the 80s.
Yeah, a lot of people like to use their parents as examples of like, oh, there's this huge age difference. But it's like, yeah, and how many years ago was that? Like, I don't know. Things are so different now.
This way. I'd be a little concerned if Man on the Grassy Knoll's grandparent or great grandparents were from the 80s.
The 1880s.
1880s, I would understand.
Well,
He didn't specify. You are correct. But if it was from the 1980s, I mean, nobody calls the 1880s the 80s.
they did back then.
Noel is 6. They may have back then. I don't actually know. Maybe they called it something else. Noel is 6 years old. See, Noel's really, really mature for his age.
But yeah, the people I meet, on the rare occasion I meet anyone, I've been to games that I play with them as well, and we meet and talk and think, hey, I like talking with this person a lot. We have interests we share, and also, like, I don't know, like, at some point we discuss age. You know, and you think, hey,
PD.
I don't know, I don't see the point in dating someone that you're not like, I don't want a future with this person, or I know I will not have a future with this person. You know, I don't see a point in that. Because, I mean, I see the point, it's just not something I'm interested in. I don't want a shallow relationship.
He says half your age plus 7 is the rule he goes by.
Yeah, I've heard that. Half my age plus 7 is 22. So yeah, that has been like my minimum, because I've been like, or at least a year ago it was my minimum, because I was like, well, I don't want someone who like just was able to legally drink and is gonna be all like immature about it. But now I think 22-year-olds are young. Anyway, you returned sooner than I expected. What did you learn? Thank you for freeing a spirit from Kaganishu and returning with his remains. We have little to reward you with, but you may take whatever catches your eye. And now I will return him to the living where he belongs.
Go forth
What?
to victory.
Why not just subtract 7, Man of the Grassy Knoll says, because that would be easy.
That would be 23 for me, so it's not a huge difference. But let's see, for that one person I know, half his age.
He says, because no one likes you when you're 23.
Hold on.
Is that a Blink-182 reference, P?
Yes. Half. Hold on. 17 plus 7. 24. Yeah. Gross. Gross, gross, gross.
The dead are honored by your actions, Miro. The wounded orc nods and exhales slowly. Perhaps now I can find my way back to being a warrior I once was. 92, those are better what I'm wearing.
For the horde!
Oh, this is like a huge upgrade. It's probably gonna be fucking hideous.
Probably. Usually they are.
Yep.
Alright, let's go talk to King Murgle.
Sure.
Petey's like, maybe.
Maybe what?
It was a Blink-182 reference.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I got it right away.
I wasn't sure if it was a conscious Blink-182 reference or a accidental. That's what I was asking.
Greetings.
Clam
Fun.
vendor.
Finally, help. And by the looks of you, Horde, that's alright. Your people are very skilled in the art of combat. We're gonna need a lot of that. To help, you must learn how to speak with the Winterfin dialect. We'll work with the forces of nature magic to do that. Take this empty conch shell. At the bottom of the watery trench below exists Scalder, an elemental of air and watery fury. Once she is defeated, use the conch upon her remains to capture her magical steam. Return the full conch to me, and I'll imbue my knowledge of the Winterfin tongue onto you. Luckily, a friend taught me a water-breathing spell, which I will cast upon you. Alright, let's go just breathe underwater.
20 minutes
20 minutes to what?
of water breathing.
Oh. Ad says Pieces Ad's about 1.5 years older than her, or him, and she wasn't really into younger guys, but he turned that around. She says she won't go any younger than 20, though.
Yeah. See, that's fucking reasonable. That makes a lot of sense. And yeah, I don't really give a shit about age as long as, like, I mean, like, older or younger, but for some reason, most guys I end up dating are older than me. Use the conch. Do I care about height? No. I'm pretty short. I'm like 5'4", which is, I guess, is kind of average. But no, I'm not one of those people who's like, a guy has to be 6 foot at least.
Oh, man.
As long as, like, I think it would be weird if a guy was shorter than me, but if a guy was like the same height as me, I don't even care. Like, my last boyfriend was like 1 inch taller than me, and it meant nothing to me.
Have you managed to fill the conch with Scalder's steam? Now I'll be able to use Scalder's essence to impart my understanding of the Winterfin Murloc tongue to you. Now that you can speak with the Winterfin, it is time for you to let them get to know you. One of the best ways to do that is to conduct business with them. The Murlocs prize clams over any other object, and their only surviving merchant is Algler. If I were you, I'd collect a handful of Winterfin clams and give them to him as a gift. The clams can be found all over their trench, as well as across the Winterfin village in their caverns. Collect 5 clams. Right.
So Arena says, the last girl I had something with was a few months ago. She was older than me, like 25, I think. But her brain was like 8. Therefore, it lasted 1 month.
Jesus.
Oh, are we supposed to be diving for clams? Oh, I see. The answer is somewhat.
Yes.
And then Oren says, yeah, I meant if the guy was shorter than you. I've never been in the situation where anyone I dated was shorter than me. So I can't really answer that question. It's never come up that, you know, someone's been shorter than me and it's been like a thing.
I've never dated anybody shorter than me. They've all been taller.
Not true.
What do you mean that's not true?
That's not true.
It is.
Anyway, so I can't say, you know, never, certainly. Like, if I have something with someone, is their height going to make or break that?
Probably
like,
not.
honestly, I would hope not. If it was like a huge like different though, like if the guy was like 4 foot something, I just might find that too uncomfortable.
Man on the grassy knoll says, I don't think I could ever go back to dating, to be honest.
I feel like that all the time, but then at the same time, I'm like, God, I desperately don't want to be alone. Yay, man on the grassy knoll followed me. Thank you.
Especially now, okay, so I don't have an issue with people like just wanting to hoe around if that's what they want to do and they're upfront about it. That's cool. But
yeah,
what
people
I have
who cheat are shit.
What I have an issue with is the dating scene now. People have this like, they have exacting standards and they will not budge or change on what they want specifically. Like, for guys, the guy has to be 6'11". He has to have
6'11".
Yeah, 6'11". He has to have like
Fuck off.
an 8-pack of abs and have a 6-figure paying job and a car. For guys, girls have to have
I really
perfect ass to breast ratio.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of cool that like smaller breasts are like kind of in-ish now, but I
say perfect ass to breast ratio, but that's not even true because it's like
hip to waist ratio.
Yeah.
Right.
Meryl likes the giant boys.
I've not dated any girls that are taller than 6'4".
I think the tallest.
Orin says, I think breasts are just in all the time. Yeah, they are. I think it's more like between women, especially like growing up and going through puberty, that like they pick on each other for their breast size. Whereas guys are like, boobs? For me? I don't. Oh, I do have all my clams. Yeah.
What's this? Who are you? You're one of those blood elf things. How can you speak our tongue? These are for me? Is this some sort of blood elf check? No? Well then, thank you. Come back anytime that you have more clams and we'll do more business.
Alright, what do you vend? He demands clams. Siren's Tear. It's a crafting region.
What? He does. Oh, he does.
Interesting.
Oh. I don't remember this shit.
Oh no, it's the tadpoles! Oh good, you're back. When the landslide at the village across the water exposed the caverns, a malevolent lobstrock known as Claxonus came out of the caves and stole the Winterfin tadpoles away. Something happened to all the Murlocs that followed him in there, and when they re-emerged, they were under his control. Warrior, you must swim across the waters and rescue the Winterfin tadpoles in the village and caverns. The future of the Winterfin tribe depends upon you. Burgle Murgle. This seems like a lady.
Why does that seem like a lady?
I have no idea.
Okay. Our brothers and sisters across the water are now our mortal enemies. They have kidnapped our tadpoles, driven us out of our village, and killed more of us than I can count. Prove yourself, Blood Elf. Swim across the rift and slay them. Despite the favor that the new king has shown you, only then will we consider accepting you here. Fail to do so, and you might as well leave now and never return.
Alright. So, Man on the Grassy Knoll says, Miro likes them giant boys. Well, if I'm gonna be with a boy, I need to be able to get on my tippy toes. Otherwise, it's not worth it.
What the fuck?
Man on the Grassy Knoll says, all things we find attractive are remnants of primitive instincts to find suitable mates. There's no love, only a subconscious will to reproduce.
No. No.
Love is just chemicals.
But no. No. That's a very jaded view. And I'm a very jaded person, and I don't even believe that. I mean, yeah, there's biological things like you know, certain things about women that make them look more fertile. But, like, guys who say that shit often are similar, or, like, that's the same logic that a lot of guys will use for, like, being attracted to, like, 20-somethings or less, which I obviously do not support.
Pieces. These damn chemtrails, they're giving me the feels.
Yeah. Like, oh, the young girls look the most fertile. That's why I'm a pedophile. No.
That's...
Sorry, you can't use biology as an excuse for breaking the law and being a gross piece of shit. And I'm not saying that to you, it's just obviously a peeve of mine. Oh, what is this?
I have to get out of these caverns! There's magic stuff seeping in from the Caldara above and affecting everyone's minds. I don't intend to be controlled like these others. Keymaster Murloc is in the cave below and to the south. He holds the key to my cage. Get it from him and bring it back so I can unlock my cage and get out of here. Hurry! Alright.
I do think that, like, attraction is important. But, you know, you see a lot of people who have someone and you're like, how did that person get someone? Like, I'm way more attractive, but obviously that's not all there is to it.
I gotta say, the young Murlocs in this game, the Murloc tadpoles, they are a lot
They're
cuter than
cute.
the grown Murlocs. It's like, what the hell happened?
And then there's the whole problem of, like, having one person want to have kids and then the other person doesn't, especially when the person who wants to have kids is the guy. And the woman's like, no thank you, not for me, not interested, not ever. And the guy's like, oh, but I want a baby. Like, Go have one. Go get impregnated. Tell me how that feels.
Attraction is a big part of it. I feel like you have to be at least somewhat attracted to them. No matter how great the personality is, it will be difficult to get by without some form of attraction.
Orange says, I feel like it's the other way around most times. Yeah, maybe I'm weird. I don't want kids at all, and I never have. And everyone I know closely knows that, but I've still had awkward moments where a guy that I'm dating will suddenly be like, you know, I think I want to have kids maybe someday. And it's like, wow, just like stab me through the heart for no reason. Like, what the fuck? You know me. I thought. Where's that request above?
Women are only here to be used as our baby mules. That's horrible.
That's pretty terrible.
I
mean, there's plenty of women who just, they want to be moms. That's their thing. It's their choice. But it should be their choice.
Where are you going?
I really don't know.
Do you
Oh,
have
there
the
was
key?
another quest here.
It wasn't there originally.
No, I don't care about any of these others. I just want to get out of here. Quickly, hand it here.
Talk to this guy. This seems like a lady.
So long, suckers! I'm out of here!
The lock on my cage doesn't look too solid, but I'm not foolish enough to try to leave without assistance. Will you help me safely get out of these caverns? There's no time to waste, Blood Elf. When you get back to the retreat, please let the king know that I'm okay. He's sure to give you a reward.
Alright. The escort quest.
We still need more babies.
P. I'm sure you don't mean that by that statement, but it does sound questionable.
What did he say?
I should not be allowed to take care of children, so...
Oh, I shouldn't be allowed to take care of children.
Well,
Oh, I see what you're getting at. Like, you know, not being allowed to be within so many yards of
that's
school.
what my grassy knoll said too. He's like, PD isn't allowed within 200 yards of children.
Yeah. No, I shouldn't be trusted to take care of much.
It's true. You can't even take care of Stuart very well.
Fuck Stuart.
I'd rather not. He's a cat.
Uh,
Stuart is an amazing cat.
no, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He's just like, meow, and he wants food, and
No.
he wants to hang out with you, and you're like, no, get away from me.
But, yeah. Wow, free babies.
P says, I can barely take care of myself.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like, I have a lot going on in my life. Also, I firmly believe in adoption. I'm like, if I ever wanted a kid, I should adopt, because then I wouldn't have to go through being pregnant, which is kind of hell, but not as hell as having a newborn.
You know, you say it's kind of hell, but there are people out there who absolutely love being pregnant,
Yeah, they're fucking weird.
right?
Didn't we watch a thing where there was a lady who had like orgasms from like childbirth?
Yeah, and the words
That
of-
was fucking creepy, and I cannot imagine how that fucking works.
in the words of Shirley from Community, that's not something you do on your baby's head.
Orange says you're probably more suited for being a parent just by being smart enough to realize you shouldn't have a kid. Yes. And that's the scary part. There's so many things that I'm like, yeah, if I was a parent, like, I would do
Okay,
this, I would
first-
do this, I'd be so worried.
Look at the size of that Murloc's footprints. They do not match the size or the shape of his feet.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
They do to me.
Anyway,
Oh, wait. No, they don't.
Man on the Grassy Knoll says, kids are easy to take care of. Just give them a tablet and juice and lock them in a room.
Oh, yeah. Great.
My brother texts me, make sure your AC is on full blast. And I said, no.
What? Why?
Oh, fucking no.
Waste electricity.
I don't find it to be all that hot in here, so. Why is this
Oh my
guy-
god, there's this quest that we did a bit ago, like earlier, a few minutes ago, where the NPC said, my word is bond, and it reminded me of how, like, in fucking middle school, that was the thing people would say, like, word is bond. And I was just like, God, I'm old, nobody says that anymore.
Hey, Fluffy. I'm happy to see you.
We're
But,
almost done.
yeah, once we're done this escort quest and turning this stuff in, we'll probably be done for the day. I'm happy more people came to hang out today. Normally our WoW streams are very
Yeah.
quiet. Much
and,
more
and
enjoyable.
in my stream too, that's nice. It's nice to have a little checking out both.
Yeah.
Stop, Murlocs.
I got a reeking battle axe. Like not like a smelling battle axe, but
He's like super confused.
he gets confused every time a mob's pulled, and he's like, "Wait, I didn't pull that. What's going on here?" Are you
He
done?
might. This is far enough. He may have been like, no, he's following you. It doesn't say he's escorted yet. Hold on. There it does.
True. All right, so that dude there, he wasn't following me or you. That was one of the escort quests where they move on their own, and you have to just stay with them.
I
And
don't know.
he stops every time you get into a fight with something and fights it. I recently came here to observe the Winterfell Murlocs, disguised as one of them. I kept my distance and took notes on their day-to-day life. However, not long after I arrived, that all changed. An earthquake in the Caldara caused their landslide, which exposed the nearby caverns. Out came a strange Makura, who stole away with the Winterfell's tadpoles. When the Murlocs went into the caves to rescue their young, they re-emerged, glowing and under the Makura's influence. Now, the unaffected have retreated to here, and I have reluctantly assumed their leadership. No matter what happens, the Winterfell Murlocs have a secure future. You are to be commended and rewarded for your selflessness, Mearow. Alright, so I guess I'll take the shoulder pads. I am being blackmailed by my cleaner. I have something embarrassing to admit. I'm being blackmailed. Murgler agreed to clean some of my things, and he got a hold of my spare Murloc costume. He's threatening to reveal my true nature to the other Murlocs. I need not explain to you what a disaster that would be. Besides, I have a plan that's going to require that we get that old costume back. Please, Mearow, go to Murgle on the other side of the retreat and to the north and do whatever he asks of you.
May the stars guide you.
This is wonderful news. And you say that Lurgle discovered the emanations from the caverns are what's causing this insanity? It must be that the magic from the Caldara is growing stronger. The Nexus War, the battle between the Blue Dragonflight and all the other Dragonflights is spilling over. Soon we will all be embroiled in it. We'll touch on that
Good luck,
later.
friend.
Oh, this is me. I am pleased. I can smell the coppery tang of their blood on your hands. This is a good start for you, Blood Elf.
Excellent. And we'll go talk to Murgle.
This is you, right?
Ah, so you must be the so-called King Murgle's lackey. I suppose that night elf has sent you to appease me? Good. I have just the thing that needs doing for someone as powerful as you. Murgle. If your pathetic little eyes were any good, you'd see that we're being slaughtered by the orcs to the north of the bay. Assuming your precious Night Elf King wants his spare costume back, I think you'll do me a favor and bring back the head of the King of the Orcas. Gurgle, who swims against the tide of fate, eradicating the hope of our lives against all of those who hear the siren song of death upon the waves. Be quick about it, Bud Elf. Winterfell Murlocs are losing their lives even as we waste time talking.
Alright, so guys, let's pick up this quest. You can be Cleaver Burgle.
Okay. Word is, strange Blood Elf, that you might be going after the King of the Orcas, Lurgle. That's all fine and good, but if you want to taste the stew that makes life worth living, then you'll bring me back the succulent blubber of the orcas at Swimming Glimmer Bay. Hurry, I have quite a bit of cutting to do on this carcass if you want to reap the benefits of your efforts.
Alright, so guys, we are going to fly up to the outpost because I think that's the closest
Yeah,
in.
that's close, yeah.
But that's probably going to be it for today's stream. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, I like having you guys here. It makes the stream a lot more entertaining, I think, when I have people to discuss stuff with. And
Yeah.
if you have any topic you want to discuss with me in Wintrig, most stuff we'll talk about unless it's largely inappropriate for public speech.
I'll talk about it.
She probably will. I probably don't want it on my stream. But, yeah. We'll save here.
To the horde, farewell.
Perfect. Alright. So, next week we'll probably be doing some dungeons. I have some plans next week. We'll probably do Slave Pens, Underbog, Manatomes, and Aconite Crypts.
Nice.
I wasn't feeling very well this morning, so I decided I didn't want to run any dungeons. But it ended up being pretty good anyway. We got most of Borean Tundra done. We'll finish off with the Murlocs, and then we'll do the quest at Amber Ledge, which is what I really wanted to do. That and the Scourge City at Naxanar. So we've done almost everything I want to do in Borean. And then we'll be heading over here to Dragonblight, which is another one of my favorite zones.
Hooray.
Alright. So that's the plan next week.